Hello friends, I'm Chia. Are you having asilo political, subsidiary, or other types of document? Should you run to Questora now to go and convert it to lavoro subordinato or lavoro autonomo? Okay? Do you want to know? Are you scared? Are you like panicking? Alright, I'll tell you, man. But first of all, if you're here for the first time, why don't you subscribe? Because if you do, you are doing yourself a great deal. If you know, you know. And if you don't still know, you don't know. Because here you get information that will keep it true, informed, transformed, updated. Please do so. Put a like, man, for Chi, just to show me love. All right. My one banana, please. To my old and new subscribers, thank you very much. You guys are always the reason why I'm still here. Okay. All holders of asilo political refugee status, the most authentic document recognized all over the world, should not, by any reason, go to convert it to lavoro autonomo or subordinato. It does not make any sense at all because this document is recognized, it's given to you because now you deserve it. You qualified as a refugee. So now, why should you go to convert it to lavoro, subordinato, or autonomo? It doesn't make sense. So nobody is going to take it away from you. You are the most authentic so long as asilo political is concerned. So why going back to 2 years when you can go further to carta sojourner or citizenship? That is what asilo is. So lavoro at the back, it means that you can, every capo can understand that you can work with that document. Because in those days, it's not written lavoro. So when you go to look for a job with it, some couple will check it, they don't see lavoro, so they will not give you the job. They'll say, no, you're not allowed to work with this document because lavoro is not written. So then the government as at then, since it was a confusion, thought it wise that all asilo political, those documents, all those documents should be written lavoro at the back. Whether it's subsidiary or casi speciale or humanitarian, they should be writing lavoro at the back so that when they go to look for this job, the couples, the employers will understand that it's a working document. They can work with it. It's not lavoro subordinato. It's just written lavoro, meaning that you can work with it and couples can understand it and give you that job, sign contract for you. Because in those days, it is not written lavoro. So there was confusion. Okay, you get a job and they will not give to you because it's not written lavoro because they are scared of employing you. So government cleared the issue then by writing lavoro at the back, which means you can work. But it's not like the other kind of lavoro subordinato document, like when you convert, okay? So do not try to even think for one day to go and convert it to lavoro subordinato or lavoro autonomo, okay? The only people that should convert is those ones having the protezione speciale, or those 2 years document. Not motivo di familiare. Motivo di familiare is okay because it's a family document. Why should you go and convert it to lavoro as well? Subordinato or autonomo. Unless maybe you are doing it to autonomo, you are converting it to autonomo because you don't have a job, you don't have a contract to renew it with, you know. So you just have to go and do a lavoro autonomo so that you can renew. Why should you convert? Or if you have a job as someone who is having motivo familiare, fine. If you choose to convert it to lavoro, you do it. But it's not like if you don't do it, the government will take it away from you. Okay? So if you are working, you feel like you want to convert your 2 years document to lavoro subordinato as motivo familiare holder or protezione speciale holder, you can do so. And if you don't have a contract to renew it, then you can go for lavoro autonomo. Go to a commercialista and do it. And then use it to renew. You can just use it to renew. And if you want to convert, you tell them convert. You go and fill the form for conversion. Then they can convert it to lavoro autonomo. But if you just want to renew, you just tell them you want to renew, not conversion. Okay? So now, this is it. Please, all asilo holders, do not start rushing, panicking, going to commercialista to do autonomo and go and convert your asilo political. Some questioners will just take it and do it for you, but it doesn't make any sense. Nobody is taking it away. There's no such law that says in Italy that asilo people will lose their document if they don't do so. There is nothing like that. Maybe the person that went and maybe the person traveled home directly, or the person must have violated the rules and regulation guarding the asilo political. Maybe the person traveled home direct and then went to renew and they found out through the traveling records they have on the person. They saw the stamps on the person's refugee passport. So maybe that's why they deny the person renewal. Some people don't understand it. You're not meant to travel direct home, else you will lose the document somehow. If you cannot really defend yourself and give them quality reason why you traveled home. So these people losing it, they did not really say the truth. You know? So you're not meant to go to your embassy or go and collect any document from your embassy. Some people have asilo politico, they'll still go to their embassy to go and collect nulla osta for marriage. No. When you do so, you go and do your marriage in your commune or whatever, in court, whatever. At the end of the day, you want to renew that asilo politico. There we know that you had contact with your embassy because you got nulla osta for marriage from there, which you are not supposed to do it. So maybe this is how these people lost their document. Either they traveled home or they had contact with their embassy by going there to do their country's passport as well. How can you have asilo politico and you have the guts to go to your embassy to go and do your country's passport? You know? And maybe somehow they were exposed. The government found out. Because the government have, each time the Nigerian embassy does passport, they communicate all the information to the polizia, to the government of Italy. Give them all the names of people that they have done passport for so that the government will be aware. So you as an asilo holder, you now go to do your passport. Come on. They will communicate it to the government. So if your questora or your region is a strict one, very strict, they don't tolerate nonsense. They will dig deep. When they do their investigation, they communicate to your embassy and your embassy says yes, and they check their details, their computer, their database, and they see that truly you have your country's passport or you got nulla osta from there. Because that is why when you put for renewal, it will take long for you to get it, like 2-3 months. While you are waiting, they are running background checks on you. They are investigating to find out whether you had contact with your embassy. Did you travel back home directly? They will do their checks and balances. When they clear you, then they give you document. But if they find error that you got your country's passport as an asilo holder, or you have you got nulla osta from there, or you traveled home directly, this thing can cause you to lose your document. Then some people that don't understand it will say, I went to renew and they seized it because I did not convert it to Lavoro Autonomo. It's not true. Come on. I still know people that converted their own asilo till this day. Nothing has happened. These people have not traveled anywhere. They have not gone to embassy to take nulla osta. As an asilo, if you want to get your nulla osta for marriage, you go to UNHCR or your comune, Stato Civile office, and get the certificate, the substitutiva. There's a document like that. I don't want to go into that detail for now. That's not the main issue. I've done those videos in the past. So now, that is it. So do not, as an asilo, have your country's passport. Else, you might go into trouble and the policia sees it with you. And that's a problem. So these people that lost their document as an asilo holders, they could have violated the rules guiding it. Because most of them don't even know the rules. You have asilo permit and you're traveling to another country. You have your Nigerian passport. What is that? Are you supposed to have your Nigerian passport as an asilo holder? Some people went to renew asilo permit. They went with Nigerian passport instead of the UNHCR, the United Nations passport, which Questura they could have asked from Questura. Now they have lost the document. Why would you go to renew asilo and you're bringing your Nigerian passport there? So these are the common errors that people do. And then they will say, I went to renew and Questura seized my document. Meanwhile, they know they traveled home directly out of ignorance. So please, that is it. Then subsidiary holders. Their only issue is that subsidiary document is a document that have not fully been decided on. Like the government have not fully cleared the person. So the person is like neither here nor there. But at a point, they will send the person to another commission. That is to know which document really should this person get. Should this person merit asilo or other kind of document? So that's why some people can go to renew subsidiary and then they'll send them for commission, because the territorial commission will, because each time you put your document in renew, Questura will communicate to the territorial commission to ask if they should go ahead to renew. So if territorial commission says yes, renew, they will renew. But if territorial commission says we want to have a talk with the person on that commission, then Questura will tell you go for commission. Because they really want to determine where you should belong. So if they don't see any reason, they'll still tell Questora to give you back your normal subsidiary. But if they see any reason that your country is now okay, your story, they don't really believe it, they could just deny you the document, reject it, and ask you to go back to your country. Or maybe if your story is still very good, they can now give you any of the type of document, either protezione or asilo. So subsidiary as well could go to renew. The document will gog, like they will seize it, like in a way that because you have changed region and you change region without transferring your informations from the old Questora to the new Questora. So now the new Questora does not have your detail because you have changed your location. So in that case, the new Questora, instead of them trying to help you by communicating to your Questora to surrender all your details to them, to open it up, transfer your files to them so that they can go ahead and renew, they will just send you for another commission so that that city now where you are will issue you another document. Or maybe your Questora tried to communicate to your old Questora to transfer, and your old Questora was just playing around, did not do it. So your new Questora will just go ahead and send you for another commission so that they can determine which document to give to you. So that's why when you are changing region, your location as a subsidiary holder, you should also try to tell your Questora to transfer the information to the new Questora, which they will do. They will even give you some envelope documents inside and say, give it to your new Questora. Sometimes they will send everything online for them. So when you now go to renew your new Questora in the other location where you are, they will renew it for you easily. So that is it. So communication between Questoras can make it happen without you being involved. Your new Questora will just tell the old Questora to transfer your details because you have changed region or location. Then they'll transfer it. But if they don't, that is why you see yourself going for another commission. Some Questoras will tell you, go and get it. Go and tell your old Questora because you have changed region. Go and tell them to transfer your information to us. Else we will not be able to renew it. That is when you now go and tell your other Questora, please transfer my informations, to this Questora. This is where I now live. And they will do it. Not only subsidiary, even other people that have other types of documents. This always happens to them sometimes. They will see themselves going back for another commission because they changed their location, their region, without communicating to the old Questora to transfer their details to the new Questora. Okay? So, or maybe the new Questora tried to get the information from the old Questora. The old Questora did not do it. So they just went ahead to send you for another commission. Okay? So it's not, these are the common issues here. Or maybe a subsidiary holder traveled direct to his country and maybe it's not even working. This person is not even working, does not have a work contract or autonomous. This person traveled home several times. Now it's time to renew. Definitely, they will ask you to go for another commission. Yes, they will ask you to go for another commission because in this case, they want to know why you traveled home and you went successfully, maybe 2-3 times. So they want to know. So in that case, if you don't give them valid reasons, you're likely to lose your document as well, which you can still get a good lawyer to defend you in court. Maybe you can appeal it. If you need a lawyer, by the way, you can contact me, okay? A very good, great lawyer that has helped people to recover back their documents. Okay? Or you got negative in appeal, I can still give you that great lawyer that can help you. So this is it. Finally, these are the common reasons why people could go for another commission. And if they fail to give valid reasons, then they are likely to lose it. Especially when you go to renew and then they send you for another commission based on you change region. Or they suspected that you have over-traveled home. So, you have your country's passport when you are not supposed to have it. Well, that is it. So please, in essence, all I'm saying is that don't panic. The news is a false news because I know people that have renewed their asilo political. Do not try to change that document. Do not try it. Then subsidiary holders. Why do you want to change yours? Unless maybe you don't have a job as a subsidiary holder, right? you want to go and renew, and your questora is demanding contract, or maybe your city, as a subsidiary holder, your questora normally demand for contract or autonomous, then you can go and do your autonomous and use it and renew. But if you have contract, fine. You can still renew it without converting it. Why should you convert subsidiary? If you have subsidiary and it's time to renew, why don't you go for Qatar sojourner since you have a job? Why do you want to convert it to 2 years? Does it make sense? You think of it. You have a job and you're converting your subsidiary to 2 years motivo lavoro when you can, use it for Qatar sojourner. So please, please, please. It is people that have all these 2 years document. If they have a job or autonomous, they can convert it to lavoro so that they'll be able to get Qatar sojourner after 5 years of residence. Maybe they have renewed the sojourner 2 times, then renewing the 3rd time, then they can now ask for Qatar. All those ones with 2 years document, 1 year document, they can do so if they wish to convert it so that they can apply for Qatar. Though it's not a must. So please, please, people should not panic. Everything remains the way you still know it. Only that people that have protezione speciale are the ones that should convert it to either lavoro or autonomo. Okay? They can convert it, yes, if they have a job or autonomous certificates. They can use it to convert to lavoro. All right, so I'll be stopping for now. Ignore the news. It's false. It's not true. Okay? All right, I'm out of here. I am Chi. Ciao.